Hello, welcome back to being in Nothingness. Okay. So we beat one of the puzzles last episode. It was kind of crazy, but after thinking about it, I felt like it was a bit uh, it was a bit anticlimactic, the solution. Yeah. I mean, I was rather relieved to see that there wasn't too much going on in the level. Like the four rollers here were just actual obstacles and I couldn't have used them to benefit myself, which definitely reduced the complexity of it. But the solution just felt really anticlimactic after getting the hint. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really feel too proud of that one. But it's okay, it's time to move on. So next one is the level here. We haven't touched any blobs in a while, so I guess we'll do that now. Antechamber. Oh, antechamber. Like the game? Okay, so here's a dead end. And for some reason, I can't actually bring any beans through. Definitely. Yeah. I can bring a blob through, but no, a blob will get shot by the cloud and turn into a cloud. So there's no point. I do want to know, what happens if, like, let's say I actually do that. Let's say I do bring a blob in. Because I know that blobs will hold this down, but a cloud will actually not hold down these doors. Like, the doors will go through them. So yeah, the door still lifts up and goes through this cloud. Which is interesting, I guess, but completely unhelpful. What? Okay, so this opens this and closes that. Meaning I need to time this, and this needs to be pressed. Okay. I have 3 beans to work with here. I have some beans to work with here as well. What's the difficulty of this puzzle? 3. Oh, okay. Well, I want to say this shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we've seen some 3s give me a lot of pain. Okay. So I need something here. What could it be? Could it be a bucket? Not easy. Could it be a blob? Also not easy, surprisingly. I could have 2 blobs that collide, and then that would leave 1 blob here. Could I even get a blob here? Yes. So I could leave a blob here, I could walk another blob in here and leave. Okay. So 2 blobs get something here, but a 3rd blob won't, definitely. Okay, now I can do something very similar by, let's say, making a cloud and a bucket going back and forth. That's a bit hard to say. Can a cloud go back and forth? Sorry, no. We had one of the puzzles in the past, I think it was commitment, right? Commitment. Where I needed a bucket moving back and forth to alternate a recipe being on and off. And a cloud and a bucket will help me do that. Is it doable here? Oh, it might be actually. Because I could put a bucket in this row and set it horizontally if a bucket collided with a blob that was in here. And I could set a bucket moving back and forth. Okay. In a similar fashion, a cloud could exist here. Aha! Would that allow me to alternate the recipe between a bucket and a blob? Let's see. So here I'm gonna need well, I'm gonna start with a bucket that moves back and forth first. Then a blob that gets hit by the bucket. Okay, let's see. So this blob will get hit by the bucket. I can push it to have it horizontally move. And I can set a cloud up. Oops, careful. Wait, hold on. I need a cloud to be here, I think. Oh, that's a bit challenging, isn't it? That is a bit challenging. Okay, I think I need a blob to be shot by a cloud from above. which I think will actually take the exact number of beans I have. Okay, so the difficult part is I think getting the recipe of the blob to exist, but that should be not too difficult. Okay, now I need the recipe of the cloud to exist. And I have a cloud here. Okay, so I'm gonna set the cloud to exactly land in that spot. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get shot by this. This is gonna be pretty difficult to pull off, I think. This is gonna be pretty difficult to pull off. How will this work? Oh, the bucket can move the bean out of the way. Yes. I don't like the fact that the cloud is going to eventually shoot the blob like this. The blob might have to be stuck here. But is that even possible? Because yeah, what's... Actually, I have a better idea. I can just shove the... I can shove the blob in there at the right time. So I want now, and then I leave. That's a cloud. Okay. So the cloud should now alternate the recipe between blob and bucket. Which is all I need. I need 2 blobs and 1 bucket. Wrong recipe. There you go, that's 1. And there's 2. So I'm gonna shove 1 in there now. The other one's gonna follow me in. And they will collide with each other. Now the recipe is going to be bucket. We're just gonna have to be here. And I'm gonna move it back and forth. There you go. That wasn't too bad. Sorry, I have like a slight cold right now, so I'm gonna have to mute myself sometimes to blow my nose. Hopefully that isn't too much of a problem. Okay, so we got 2 more puzzles to do. Let's read the 6th book that opened up. This is by Carl Eicher. Whoever finds this, now that the possibility of being rescued is close at hand, I find myself stuck between emotions. The others seem so content with what we've built here, especially Frank and Michelle. If you do meet us, you should get them to tell the story of how they finally realized they should be together. It is very sweet. And I am also proud of the work we've done. It truly is a complete paradigm shift for the field of bean studies. But I have to admit, I find it difficult to feel as content as the others. I do appreciate how much we've learned about the tradition and our time here, but even after all this time, I still wake up every morning expecting to hear my children in the next room. I can't even begin to express what it will mean to me if you can open the temple for us and I can let them know I'm still alive. With hope and gratitude. Alright, so Carl's missing his kids. That's probably very normal. Okay, so this is the... I can choose to do the petal level or the carpet level first. I feel like carpet is probably the correct way to go because it actually follows the order of worlds here. It's also a smaller level, like way smaller actually, in comparison to the petal level. I don't know what that means for difficulty, but we'll try. We'll try the carpet level first. Bean disposal. How many stars is this? How many beans is this? 3 as well, okay. So we have 7 orange beans. I cannot shoot in here, which is interesting. I wonder why that is. Why can't I shoot in there? What would be possible if I could shoot in there? I don't know. Okay, I have 7 beans. I can set the recipe of the roller. Sorry, not roller, the bucket and the carpet. And to get rid of 8 pink beans here. And I see that, you know, I can potentially only spawn 6 buckets, so clearly not gonna have enough for this. So I need to gain more buckets, I guess. I can definitely start setting up the recipe for the carpet already. And I can start setting up the carpet. of course. Can I do that again? To set the carpet's recipe to 2... Oops. Ah, once I do it once, it might not be possible to do it again. So I'm going to be really quick about this and make sure I spawn another bucket quickly. Okay, that works. And I can send in another... Okay, so the recipe of this guy is now 2. And I suppose I can actually prime and set a carpet to be orange. Well, that's bad because with orange beans here, you can't spawn any more beans, so I'm stuck now. Okay. So what if I set your recipe to only 1? I have lots more beans to work with. But the carpet doesn't seem very... Well, I can spawn a carpet, but it clearly won't actually do anything good for us. Like, I guess what I could do is I could spawn in another bucket and get rid of the beans entirely. Well, actually, I'm getting rid of the beans entirely, right? Oh, but then, like, what can I do now? Well, I guess what I can do is I can send one more bucket. I can set up one more bucket and do that. Ah, but I always need 2 beans for this, don't I? I need 2 beans so that one can exist on the recipe and one can be shot into a... Yeah, so I need 2 beans. How is that going to be useful? How's that going to help me? Yeah, I don't think I can do anything from here. I think I made a mistake before that. Like, I think it was maybe inefficient for this step to have been done. Well, that's kind of hard to say. I suppose I can spawn more carpets. But why would I want to spawn more carpets? Okay, hold on. I can do this. Hey, that's 2 beans. So I generated one. I somehow got one more carpet out of this entire situation, which I guess is good. We might have a slight problem though, I think. Which is that we still need to get rid of both at the same time to generate more beans. I can't just do this. This is, I mean, it works, but I completely don't change the situation by doing that. Does it matter if like one of the carpets were like here maybe? Why would it matter? I don't know. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to get rid of this bucket. If I had one more bean, what could I do? Well, what can I do now is my question. I've generated so many... I feel like I can definitely do way more than this though. Like, with all these beans... How many carpets can I make before it really goes bad? I can make 3 carpets total actually. Plus a bucket. The bucket is used to get rid of that. But it doesn't work because I don't have any way to prime these carpets, yeah. So I get that 1 bean has to be to prime the bucket. Prime the carpet. Yeah, so the problem is now that I can't get rid of all the orange beans. If I got rid of this orange bean, I don't do anything useful. If I change a recipe to that, there's no point. Because now I can't do anything. So yeah, I've definitely lost here. Okay, what else can I do? I feel like the definite way to go is to start by doing this. Putting you down. Now, in that time, I could have made a second bucket with one bean. Is that... I think that's good that I do that. It's good that I made a second bucket like this. Probably because I now have more beans to work with. Oh, okay, I now have 4 beans plus a bucket. The reason why I had less beans just now is because I was forced to use 2 beans to make a bucket. But now I can do this. So now I have an extra bean. So now I can make 3 dispensers. And still prime one of them. I'm not sure if this is good. Like, this seems good, but probably isn't. I can make a bucket, and then do this. So now we have more beans now. Now the question is, can this make me a infinite cycle that is sustainable, I guess? Can I make this cycle sustainable? Because what can happen here is like, similar to the past, I could do things like I could basically do what I did before, right? Okay, but this time I have an extra bean to work with. So getting rid of this bean now is difficult. But I can make another dispenser. And that technically does allow me to do this infinitely, right? Oh, well, am I not done at this point then? Wait, I am out of beans now. Hold on. Am I out of beans? How many beans are there here? 6. Okay. I need 4. Okay, I need 4. I need 4 beans at once to make an infinite cycle. Is that correct? Yes, because... Yes, because... Wait, yes, because why? What can I do with those 4 beans again? What did I do? I pushed... Okay. So I had 4 beans here. One of them's a bucket. Well, this bucket came from a long time ago, but it was made from 1 bean. I pushed you over. And then I spawned another bucket. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna save here because I need to do a bit of backtracking and see where did this bucket come from? This bucket came in when I spawned it as an extra. No, I just made it. I just made it. Oh. Wait, I just made it? What isn't possible like this? But yeah, I actually had 2 beans then. I made a bucket with one, I disposed the other inside of the dispenser. But with 3 beans, it's different because I can't dispose 2 beans. Wait, but then I can... Yeah, I get the issue, I guess. Here's this extra bean that doesn't do anything. Well, I can prime one, I can just get rid of the other, right? Isn't that 4 beans? That is 4 beans. And this is an issue because... I mean, it's essentially the exact same idea. Yeah, it's the exact same idea. Okay. So this should allow me to do an infinite thing. The issue with all the previous iterations is because I didn't already have 4 beans ready at each time, at each iteration. I had to do something different every single time to make sure the numbers worked out. But now with 4 beans, I can have like dispensers worth 0 or carrying 0 and it's fine, it doesn't change anything. So at this point I can do this infinitely and I think I'm done. Yeah. I can just make another dispenser, right, there you go. And I can do this as many times as I want. I feel like I should be good to go. Because every time I do this, I exactly remove 1 pink bean. Okay. Let's collect all these beans again. Nice. This is cool. One thing I do wonder though is why not have 7 beans here? Why have 8? Because I started with 7 beans. I started with 7 beans. Which means I could make 6... I could make 6 buckets. So why not have 7 here? Was there an alternate solution that could have worked? Maybe. Actually, at this point, I'm done. I don't need to use any of my remaining beans. There you go. I was actually done a long time ago. I just kept doing the process anyways. So yeah, once I was down to, I think, 3 buckets, or 3 pink beans here, I could just form 3 buckets and get done with it. But that's okay. Alright, that wasn't too difficult. That was very fun, actually. So it looks like the carpet's base color is yellow for some reason. Oh no, this is the 7th bean? Which is the petals color? What could this last one be? What other colors were there? Orange, I guess, which is the roller color. Well, the roller's red. But yeah, we are missing an orange bean from this wheel. But orange doesn't really correspond to anything, right? Yeah, yellow corresponds to bomb. And then red corresponds to roller, even though rollers are orange in color. So nothing corresponds to orange, but I feel like this next bean will be orange in color. Okay, let's read the next book. Michelle, to whoever finds this is hopefully a week. You'll be coming to find us, but today is a big day for another reason too. It's Reiko's 4th birthday. I'm biased, but I really do think she's the sweetest little kid I've ever met. She takes after her dad that way. And we all can't wait for you to meet her. She's even started helping us out in the lab. That's very cute. Okay, that leaves one last puzzle. I wonder how difficult this will be. It looks big. It's 4 beans, Technicolor. Okay, so hold on, give me a sec here. I gotta blow my nose again. Okay, let's see. So we need a cyan sensor here. You're here. And you're also here. Okay. And it looks like the vine recipe is green no matter what I decide it to be. It's gonna be green. This is whoa, this is orange. I have not yet seen an orange petal, I think, ever. So that's a new thing. Orange petals. So yeah, I definitely probably want this to be a roller that rolls up. That is my guess. I'm not sure how else I could put weight on you. Okay, question is why... Well, I could remove it by having a vine eat it. And I know that's not useful right now, but it could be a problem we encounter in the future. If I put a vine here, a roller here will be eaten. at like a certain distance away. Let me just quickly check. Oh, there's slime there, right? I mean, that's pretty obvious, but yes, that's slime there. Okay, at this position or this position, you don't see the roller. Also, I noticed, hold on, there's a magical barrier here, which I don't think can be turned on or off at all. So somehow a cloud here has to shoot this way? That seems valid. I think maybe, actually, it's a vine here that pulls things in. Yeah, that seems good. The big problem is that I can't bring in a cyan bean easily. It could be the other way around. But no, if we want the roller to be orange, it's gonna have to be this. Like 100%. Well, not true. I could turn a bean orange with like a bucket, or with a vine, then kill the vine and then have the vine pull vertically. Okay. But it does seem like pulling horizontally feels very useful here. Or it seems versatile, to say the least. I want... a cloud in this row. Probably here, ideally. Although I will say it's kind of difficult for the cloud, because once the cloud shoots this, it won't shoot again unless its line of sight is blocked. I do want to know if a bucket walks in front of a cloud, does it consider blocking its line of sight? Is that considered blocking its line of sight? Or because the cloud can shoot past the bucket, does it not count? I don't know. It seems very tedious to test it in this situation. Also, I have some more beans here. Actually, I have a yellow and cyan bean. Also, I have this block over here, which I feel like is very necessary to... Well, it could be used to kill a vine as it's pulling something in. To like, you know, somewhat permanently set its recipe. It seems like if I pull it this way, cloud is yellow, bomb is blue or cyan, and then roller is orange. Which is why I favor this direction to begin with, because I'm expecting this to be a roller. Cyan is blue, that's interesting. So cyan is bomb, that's interesting. But I can actually do a lot during this I can probably do a lot. If I pull in a random beam in. I will say something interesting that has happened is that the vine... Okay, so I want a cloud to exist first, which is weird because it appears that... Well, not in this case. If I put it this way, I can turn a cloud from a cyan bean. But bomb will be orange, and that's difficult to work with. Like, if I pulled it in here... One soup is definitely not good in any direction. Like, if I pulled in here, things I can do are, I can spawn a bomb, I can spawn a roller, but that requires a cloud to exist. If I did it in the same motion, then the cloud is from a yellow bean, which I can't use yet. Because there's no yellow that I can access. If it were the other way around, then a cloud could come from a cyan bean, which works, yes, but the bomb must come from an orange bean, which doesn't exist here either. So I can't kill the vine afterwards. Which is bad, because I need the vine to pull this way for the roller. Well, again, not necessarily true, but very likely to be true. And, like, if the vine exists here and can't kill the bomb, then it's basically game over for us. I see 2 reds, which is really the only way we can actually do anything for now. So the 2 red, well, not true, not true. Without using the color changes, yeah, the 2 reds are the only way out. But with the color changes, I can do anything I want. Also, I have white beans, which don't do anything, so that's definitely what I want to work with, I think. Use the white bean to change its color. Probably why the puzzle is called Technicolor. But I don't know what I want to, like... Where do I want to go? Do I want to start by just putting the vine here? Or do I want to put it here? Or do I want to have it be in any of these columns to begin? Like... Very likely we'll need to change the location of the vine. Also, I realized that red is basically as useless as white here. They both are exactly the same. There's no color changer that exists. So their only purpose is either to be color changed or to act as independent colors. I.e. I need to pull one of them into here and then form the thing on the other side. Or potentially, if I pulled from here, I could like make a bucket out of a red bean, for example. Which I feel is actually kind of useful. But I really need the cloud, don't I? Don't I really need the cloud for this? Is there any other way? I don't think so. So yeah, how it could start is it could pull in a red bean, and then the red bean could be the recipe for the bucket, for example. Or the roller, for the example. But this is orange. Actually, just to make sure I'm not like seeing things weird, let's have colorblind mode on for this one. So you can see the, yeah, orange is a circular bean, and then red is just a bean-shaped bean. All the colors are now very easily distinguishable by shape. So I think I'll turn this on because this color shifted orange petal looks somewhat red to me in the background. So I just need to be absolutely sure I know what I'm looking at. Wait a minute. See, that's what I said. There's a yellow bean here. Could I have seen that without colorblind? Oh yes, I could, but it's so small, so tiny. It's so hard to see. I had to do this to see it. Okay, so I can create a cloud with the yellow recipe. There you go. That made it a lot easier. Now, it is going to hurt if I walk past this with... Also cyan. I need cyan to go in here. That seems a bit challenging. Can I create more than one cyan? Because if I created a bomb out of this cyan, that cyan is gone forever. As it gets pulled in, it will be orange and then it'll be gone. Okay. I do have white here I can start off with, so let's just try doing stuff for now. Okay. I'm going to leave I'm gonna have a bomb exist as a bomb. So there's a cloud. There's a bomb. There's a bomb. Wait. Okay, hold on. Something else. I need to block your line of sight. Ah, which I can't do right now. But I could with a bucket, maybe. Yeah, okay, so I just need to demonstrate. This won't work because you will shoot the orange bean to no avail first. And then despite the recipe changing, you still won't shoot that bean. So yeah, the recipe of the roller is now orange, but you won't shoot that orange bean because you already tried it. So you see no reason to try it again. Okay, question though. If I leave your line of sight, will you shoot both? So here I can leave your line of sight and you will shoot this, I think. You will not shoot this at the same time. Okay. So you remember what you shot. Fine. What I can do is have a bucket and use that bucket to hopefully change your line of sight. 5 and 6, I guess. Okay. I might need to push you in first. Ooh. It's hard to get all of these guys at once, I guess. Well, I mean, I can just put this bean over here. Because you get shot by the cloud anyway. Hold on. Okay, you have to have been pushed first, I think. Actually, that's kind of difficult to work with. Let's try putting you closer. Well, that's not good. Okay, the timing doesn't work out very well at all. How do I do this? See, pushing already causing me to miss my shot at shooting you. It's kind of like the movement of this bucket isn't going to... Because now I can't activate you anymore. Once I do activate you, pushing you is a problem. Okay, could I have done this in any better way? No. Definitely not. Okay. Well, that's a problem. That is a huge problem. Let's see. What else can we do about this? I really thought the bucket would help, like, block and regain your vision on the... Huh. Is there any other way to do this? It kind of feels impossible at the moment. Oh, hold on. Here's an idea. What if I shot? What if I shot here? I'll just leave everything else first. Let's just focus on solving this problem. Or there's just no time to get you in and out, obviously. Actually, does this even work? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. What if I use the bomb instead? Well, I like just using the bomb feels very not good. I really think the red bean is the key to all of this. But I can't find a setup that works for me. Do I really need to do it this way? Is there a better way of doing it? There's no way backwards works, right? Why would a bucket here be useful? Why backwards? I don't know. And I can't put the cloud anywhere good as well. Yeah, not even close. I can put more than one bean in there, I guess. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's say I did put more than one bean in there. Which will you grab first, by the way? You'll grab red first. I guess that's good. Okay, I want to see what happens here. I definitely should have just, you know, just done this. It doesn't do anything. The cloud, okay, the bucket doesn't block your line of sight. As you can see, you just never shot this thing, despite you very clearly walking in front of it. Okay, so that doesn't work. How else do I block and regain your line of sight? Because it has to be like that, right? Like, these two recipes are so far apart away. Oh, sorry, they're so far apart from each other. Well, there's a way I could have it. No. Huh. You know what's interesting? No. You know what is interesting? I can kill the vine, yes, but I lose my cyan bean and I'm not very happy about it. I will lose my cyan bean and I'm not very happy about it. I'm not happy about it at all. So I mean, now, yeah, of course we can do this and like pretend to block your line of sight, but that's not gonna work. Okay, what if... Okay, here's a question. What if I did block your line of sight by putting another bean in? This does block your line of sight, I think. So when you pick it up again, it will shoot this, won't it? Yeah, it will. Okay, I do have one problem though. Actually, I can use that white bean to my advantage here. Either I turn it orange, or I leave it. Okay, let's turn it orange and see what happens. I definitely can't keep that bucket going. Actually, very nicely, very coincidentally, this bean prevents me from getting shot. I like where it's left at right now. Now here's something else I can do. Ah, here is something else I can do. I can go backwards. Can't I? I can go backwards. I think backwards is what I want. How do I get the cyan bean? If it can't be from a bomb, it must be from a cloud. So I pull in. I need to kill the cloud at the correct time with the bomb, which exists as an orange bean. Okay, there you go. And then with the yellow bean, I use a bucket to get the bean back towards me. Okay. So that means I will use this white bean for fodder, which is fine. Bomb exists. Bucket exists. I don't know if I like that yet. I mean, I can always do it later. Okay. So I need to kill the... Oh, the bomb is in a bad spot. Is there a better place to put that bomb? How about... here? And I'll come from here instead. Okay, sure, I think this works. Is this exactly the right time? No. So, okay, it takes 1, 2, okay, sorry, no, it takes 1, 2, 3, fourth turn will be the explosion. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to wait 1 turn. Push. That doesn't work. I need to wait 1 more turn then. Push. Boom. Bucket. There you go. Okay, you're kind of an issue, but I can walk here to get out of your way. Okay, yes, and bucket will not be a problem for us because I can get the bean out. Very nice. Okay. I think this should solve the puzzle. And in fact it does. Okay, wow, that was actually really clean. I really liked how the puzzle... I really like how the solution uses both directions. And it hides that fact so well at the same time. That's just so clean. And there you go, that's the 8th puzzle done. It was in fact orange, like I guessed. So by Carl Eichinger again, whoever finds this, if you have made it this far, you must have learned a lot about the tradition of the beans. You'll be able to find... you'll be able to come to our island after solving the puzzle in the next room. Perhaps afterwards you'd like to stay a while and work with us. You will have to ask your parents, of course. Are you implying that you think I'm a child? Are you assuming that's a child who's coming here and discovering your temple? It feels strange to be writing notes in this temple without that letterhead I ordered when we first arrived, but all things must come to an end and office supplies are no exception. Perhaps if you manage to open the world to us again, I can order more. Oh yeah, there's no from the desk of Carl Eichinger. Well, I was going to say it's probably because he has no desk now, but he probably does have a desk. Okay, well we've made it through, and it is time for this thing. Yeah, I kind of looked at it from the map and it is an insane size. It's like at least double of like the biggest puzzle in this area. Oh. Yeah, I am going to turn the colorblind back off. I like the beans shaped the way they are. We'll work on this next episode definitely, and I won't go into the puzzle either because I want to experience it firsthand for myself next time. So yeah, until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye!